With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Come on, back.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
No, we changed it.
To throw is Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first and 3's in. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Stroud now on 2nd down. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Running the counter with Mostert. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pick over 4.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
Wrong side of the field.
Side of the field. But boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Ready.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterbacks have been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Taken down at the 30. The Ravens had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They'll run with Dobbins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Got these injuries on.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Third and goal, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And they'll
wind up getting this one all the way down
my superstar can't make that.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do,
and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They intercept Stroll again, the third time in this game. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 8 coming up. And Stroud now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Connor. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. On first down, here's Stroud. And going deep for Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
Oh, my God.
Gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Jackson on 1st down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Stroud out of the gun here. Toward the back corner of the end zone. He did not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
Oh, thank you, Matt. Damn. Thank you, Matt.
Inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the first
he should have picked that shit.
It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. These guys did not get the win, Charles.
I think he was going to stick there for that.
See from him last week.
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away.
Man, definitely gave me that shit. That should have been a pick. My queen.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, see, I ain't even played it on the 4. When I bought my 5, I had bought this when it came out. But shit. I wouldn't even know. I've just been used to it. I mean, this shit bullshit. I ain't gonna fake though. Like, it's like they definitely rushed this shit.
Try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden
like they rushed the hell out of this shit. Like it got so many different like bugs to it. It's ridiculous.
What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
Let's get that, Jalen.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On third down, Jackson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And, oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on.
And then it all depends on what he got these feathers on too, though.
That is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for rate points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Goy. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Yeah, I don't really.
He's going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right.
More time and still less amount of time to pick a play. Less plays, brother.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response.
Man, it was definitely all on my ass. I'm like, man, this shit.
Ball game one more time.
This is crazy.
Down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson completes it to Aguilar. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
No, we change it.
Now it's Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm surprised they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Right. You see, that's like everybody about there. They're gonna go and not make the playoffs. Your whole Super Bowl with computer.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing now is Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
I agree.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Definitely
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Stroud. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Sanders is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession. An interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all
held that protection held up.
One-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
5
yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jackson now. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them.
Oh, my God.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says
why the fuck was he wide open like that?
The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL.
Why the fuck open, too?
In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Here's Jackson to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years.
Oh, Tanner, what are you doing over there?
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. David Ajabo credit
That's
him
the run right
across the line and planted him for a loss on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go
Come
down,
on,
but not
man.
before
Every
getting this
goddamn
inside
time I
the
look
30.
up somebody get goddamn hurt him on that team.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And now
I was pressing all the way to the left the whole time. Somehow he goes back into the right.
Now they struggled to get him
Put
rolling on
dude
the
back
ground in
in.
the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The second down throw now from Stroud. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Stroud on third down now. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Ravens 13. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
My man's reached a whole nother direction.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an
Oh my God! That's 2 acrobatic dives. That's 2 acrobatic dives he did this.
But they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Firing quickly.
Whooping his ass on that line.
Their backs against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson.
God damn it. Oh shit, why the fuck do I keep fucking trailing play? Good play.
Red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. He'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with 4th and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
Camera got
And
that
he
change.
has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Dobbins.
Oh my God, he went on the side. Good shit. Good shit.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you...
Why not say, come on.
With your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Stroud looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Connor. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Oh, my God.
They need it. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
God damn this camera.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It's a game 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Throwing, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Jackson.
Oh my God.
And this one is incomplete.
Certainly not the worst thing. It stops the
clock amazing.
And let your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now
That was about to be
so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the counter now, it's down.
I think on tackle is good.
He is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that.
He's got a man complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Stroud. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad,
good game. Really, it was a horrible game, but it's good game. Like, I got the victory out this one. So far, got anything still can happen. Like them giving me a fucking. No, they just gave me this fucked up ass kick.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Jackson, forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get